because both Akbar's Academy and Vancouver lost to the pool winners, goes down to that goals for plus goals against. It goes down to the formula. Let's put it that way. You know the formula better than I do, but I've got it in there into a spreadsheet. Akbar's Academy right now a .04167, and the Vancouver Chiefs .0588 is what the percentages are. So Akbar's Academy, that was of course the last update at 11-0 that we had. And so Akbar's Academy right now holding down, if that score stood up, holding down that third wildcard spot. So unfortunately for the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs, David, does not look good for them. A couple of teams still in the hunt, in the running. Beardy's Blackhawks, Okotoks Beaumark Oilers, St. Albert Raiders. But let's make it a little bit easier. Let's first touch on the two games that happened earlier. Saskatoon beat Vancouver 3-2. They win Pool 5 with the win. The Saskatoon Blazers, a 6-1 win over the Vancouver Hawks. They get a wild card spot. They join the Caribou Cougars. So what does that mean for this game? Well, the Calgary Buffaloes, Dave, they're going to the playoffs. What they'll be? That's kind of up to them. A win or a tie, and the Buffaloes win Pool 1. A loss, they drop down to the wild card, and then we can eliminate everybody else with everybody else with 5 points or fewer. As for the Prince Albert Mintos, a win or a tie, and they're playoff bound. A win, they get the pool. A tie, they get the wild card spot. And the reason for that is because the first tiebreaker for the wild card is how you do against the pool winner. Well, a tie, the Buffaloes win the pool. Prince Albert would tie the Buffaloes, so they are ahead there. Of course, that eliminates Akbar's Academy. And because Vancouver lost, would also eliminate to the pool winner, that would also eliminate them. So that's the scenario that we're looking at. The other key one to keep an eye on doesn't get underway until 12:30. It is Moose Jaw and St. Albert. And how about this one, Dave? It's a win and you're in. Moose Jaw, tie or a win, and they win the pool. A loss, they're out. St. Albert, they need to win. Tie does them no good. So St. Albert's going to be pulling out all the stops in their game.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, so this game can make a huge difference. The game at Centennial Gold between St. Albert's and Moose Jaw is going to make all the difference in the world. We'll get you updates as often as we can from that arena to let you know what's going to happen. But Calculator Day is usually the day full of chaos, and we've had some chaos, but congratulations to the Saskatoon Contacts. They win pool number 5, and the interesting thing for Saskatoon is that they lost to the teams that will finish, they lost and drew to the teams that will finish last and second last in the pool, but defeated the two teams that will finish second and third, the Beardy's Blackhawks and the Vancouver Northeast Chiefs. So Saskatoon had a bit of bad luck, but they were able to turn it around, getting that 8-2 win over Beardy's yesterday, and sort of the anger game that we like to call it, just like Akbar's is with the Sherwood Park Kings at the moment. And then a huge win, 3-2. They got the first goal about 3 minutes into the game earlier this morning in our 9 o'clock window, and Vancouver Northeast Chiefs could tie the game, but eventually fall behind 3-1, get it to 3-2, but that was the completion of that matchup. Very entertaining game for 9 a.m. But once again, congratulations to the Saskatoon Contacts, the winners of Pool 5, who maybe after we were halfway through around the 27th, 28th. Nobody really was expecting that, but they came up with two huge wins over the last, let's say, 30 hours, and the math worked in their favor. Once again, PA getting ready. Their Saskatchewan brothers in the Saskatchewan AAA Midget Hockey League. They've got a big hill to climb here, 1-0-2. I think they would, if the math went the right way, Chris, and we had a draw after 60 minutes, I don't think we've ever seen a team with a win and 3 ties. I don't think it's ever happened.
I don't think it has either.
Maybe even not even a loss and 3 ties in this tournament. But
let's take a look at the 2 goaltenders for this morning into the afternoon's game. We're almost afternoon here in the Max Bell Arena. Joel Favreau outstanding, the only reason really why Prince Albert still has a hope at a wild card or the pool. 1-0-2, a 2.67 goals against average, .934 save percentage, was unbelievable last night against the Akbars Academy. Sam Philippa gets his third straight start for the Calgary Buffaloes, 2-0 in the tournament. Goals against average of 9.53 goals against average. Dave, you talk about Prince Albert, tough hill to climb. Calgary Buffaloes have given up 2 goals in 3 games this tournament.
Buffaloes in the blue, going right to left. Prince Albert in the white with green numerals, going left to right. And as we said, the Prince Albert Mintos with everything to play for on a Monday morning in December. Coming through is Hardison. He'll throw it across. No luck over the top of the net. It's got to go in. It can't go over. Battle for it on the far left corner of your screen. Right in the middle of it is Skolmoski, who looked really good last night. I got to do that we both did that PA Russia game last night. Quick turnover, no wasting time for Court Kissinger, looking for his first point of the tournament. And those red numbers on the blue jerseys will be a little difficult, but we'll work our way through. We're up high enough here at Max Bell Arena. Berthollet, who I was very impressed with yesterday, works around his opposition net, runs into his own teammate, which allows the Buffaloes an opportunity to clear the zone. 1 minute gone, nicely underway. Both teams will make changes.
Yeah, Berthollet was huge yesterday for Prince Albert, and the only time he was outshadowed was by Josh Pepler, who had 2 goals in that game for Prince Albert to really get them back into it as Akbars Academy dominated almost start to finish.
Pepler with a great breakaway goal, and then another one on a fabulous one-timer. And that kind of really stunned the Russians, and that game ended up in a 3-3 tie. Trying to make something happen with the Buffaloes. That'll tip off the top of the glove of Joel Favreau. That coming from Kernahan, number 10 in red and blue. Setter on the near side. They can't find him. They'll go over to Cooper Chisholm, Prince Albert, Mintos. Over to Chase Pauls, looking for his first point. That'll be deflected up and over. Again, Cooper Chisholm in the middle of it all, as we're seeing some new faces trying to make all the difference here for the Prince Albert Mintos in another must-win game.
Dave, already a better start to this first period for the Prince Albert Mintos than it was yesterday against Akbars Academy.
Yeah, 20-0 and 22-1, the end of the first period shot count for the Prince Albert Mintos, trailing the Akbars Academy from Kazan, Russia. We may have seen the end of the Snow Leopards despite their at least 11-goal lead against the Sherwood Park Kings, and we'll try to get you a final from Centennial. Of course, follow Max Tournament on Twitter for all the updates. Our buddy Cole is working hard behind the scenes. Heath Armstrong trying to split between 3, gets run over by Chase Freedmore, number 21. And teams just feeling each other out. Don't see each other, or wouldn't see each other again until the national championships. Of course, the Buffaloes were at the Nationals in 2019, finishing 4th, losing the semifinal in the bronze medal game. Of course, the Toronto Young Nationals won that title.
Goaltender Sam Philippa was huge for
Loose
Calgary.
ball! Right in front. Yeah, I do soccer too. And unfortunately, no tap-in for Cody Willick on the near side. Yes, he was. He was a big part of that national championship 4th place finish. Got a chance to talk to assistant coach Matt Payne before the tournament. Team was feeling comfortable. They had gone about, during that run, they had gone 4 months without losing a home game, including to the Caribou Cougars, who they defeated in the Pacific Championship.
We would like to take this time to acknowledge our gold sponsors: PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, McSweeney's, Dentine, and Oreo Bars. Their support of the Max is greatly appreciated.
Dave, much better start to this opening period for Prince Albert than it was yesterday against Akbars Academy. I had a chance as I was leaving Father Dave Bauer, coming over here to Max Bell last night for the 8 o'clock game to chat with the Prince Albert coaching staff. It just said, that was an entertaining game. What did you guys say to the players after the first intermission? They said they went to the dressing room. Everybody kind of laughed it off, said, "You know what? Let's not do that again." As they were only down by 1, they were still in the game. They felt a lot of confidence, even being outshot and outplayed as bad as they were that first period. They just kind of laughed it off and said, "Let's not do it again." Second and third periods, much more even between those two teams, and a big reason Prince Albert still alive as they picked up that 3-3 tie.
Oasis Weisblatt, the 4th of the 4 Wise Black kids that are either in Junior A or the Western Hockey League. 4 brothers, all play hockey, all with the first initial O. 2 in the dub, 1 in Junior A, and of course Oasis here, the native Calgarian. They all play in the Calgary Roller Hockey League, so I got to meet a few of them over the last couple of years, and needless to say about
their mom Kim.
No, actually I haven't, but I've gotten to meet a couple of the players, and when it's 4-on-4, they can score some goals.
I keep looking around to see if I can see her in the stands.
Kellen Harderson, Springer tried to spring off, but he takes the stick away from Schoeneck, and he'll have to wait for a second chance. That kick out is going to find pretty much nobody, and the 2 defenders have to decide who's going to go for it. Once again, PA in the white jerseys going left to right. Calgary Buffaloes representing Southeast Calgary among the 4 Calgary host teams that are here, and we got a roughing call coming up.
Yeah, I was in behind the play right at the blue line, and I was trying to see the Calgary Buffalo player heading off as took an extra little shot. And Dave, we talked about that all week long. It was Kissinger heading off, but it's those extra shots. Referees are going to let the first ones go, but it's the second and third shots that you take. That's what's going to get you the penalties, and that's what Kissinger did there. Second shot on his opponent draws the roughing penalty.
In the Saskatoon contact game, we saw a hit and a revenge that led to a 4-minute head contact and a 10-minute misconduct. So he had just about enough.
Buffalo's penalty kill 9 for 9, 100% tied for first. The Prince Albert power play 1 for 12, 8.33% is 19th in the Max tournament.
And if they want to be in the playoffs, a 19 out of ranking is not going to do them very much help. Saskatoon, at 40% coming into the game this morning, and they got a power play goal earlier as well. So that's certainly going to be one of their secret weapons as they get ready. The first phase is who the 8 teams are, and then the second phase is bracketing them so that nobody plays a replay against their pool opponent until possibly the final January 1st at the Scotiabank Saddledome that we'll have for you. We hope you'll join us at 4:30 Mountain Time, no matter who's playing who with that tournament pass. Okay, and we'll get an out-of-town scoreboard update from our PA announcer here in just a couple of minutes at the next stoppage. We have games going on at 4 different arenas right now, or at
3 right now,
and 3 right now, and 4 at 12:30. Bit of a feeling out process. Buffalo's a minute 10 remaining on the PK. Firster cycling around, trying to get himself organized. We'll go to Willick. He'll have Turner McMillan as well, 4 assists for Turner this week. Cross ice, Bertholets! Not missing by much. Philippot, you almost thought the hole was going to be there, but he got there just in time, Chris.
A little too much time for Berthollet on that shot as he took that pass across. If he had the quick release, would have been in the back of the net as Philippot was on the far side. Was able to get over there to make the stop with the shoulder.
Brendan Ross will send that in. He's got a goal this week. No.
Russia 14, Sherwood Park 0. And in the other game, Saskatoon Blazers 6, Vancouver Hawks 1.
So the Russians got 14 goals. So Okotoks would have to beat Swift Current by 16 goals. Is that right?
It's at least 16. I'm going to open up the spreadsheet and do some math right now. Tuning in on the ice penalty, I think, going against Prince Albert.
Yes, exactly. The Mintos will squander the last 32 seconds of their power play advantage. Not a lot of shots on goal, just 2 apiece through the first 6.5 minutes. The Buffaloes looked extremely impressive in the opening showcase game here on December the 26th in front of a capacity crowd here at Maxwell Arena as everybody came to see the Russians, and a 3-0 win for the Buffaloes. Just a tremendous performance. And they've been able to roll ever since, 11-1 over the Sherwood Park Kings, and now the Russians 14-0 over the Kings. Unfortunately, the Kings, Chris, may have set a record for goals against in a Max tournament.
Dave, I'm just doing some quick math. Looks like Okotoks would Okotoks would have to win 15-0 to pass Akbar's Academy. So
Swift current Legionnaires have struggled this week, but I don't think they're going to 15-0 struggle.
Don't think so either.
So that means that the Russians pay extra attention to this game, and we'll give you those scenarios as we progress over the next 53 minutes. That one, nice shot right into the breadbasket. That coming from number 7, Hale Schoeneck of the Calgary Buffaloes. Back in the 4-on-4 situation that we are, and in 7 seconds, the Prince Albert Mintos will be killing a penalty. The Buffaloes 4 for 14 on the power play. Prince Albert 12 for 14 on the PK, so they've given a couple up. Winning the faceoff was the Mintos. Freedmore, everybody waiting for Kissinger to come back on the ice to reset everything. He'll go right to the bench. And the Buffaloes traveling right to left with the blue and the red. Looking for the opening goal of this game, and it won't come for at least a few seconds. Phil Pott will watch it bounce to his right, and Samuel Hawk, he's got 3 goals this week. He'll give chase. Local team in the game, so we've seen a few more fans here on a Monday afternoon. A few people have to work today, but not everybody. Certainly nobody downtown, as far as I saw this morning. Berthelot can't keep that one in or out. He tried to push it out. Blake Setter's going to work along with Schoeneck to keep it in. Far side to Heath Armstrong. He's got Schoeneck in front, along with Blake Setter. Huck to the near side. 39 seconds go on the power play. 12 minutes exactly remaining in the opening period of this hockey game.
So unfortunately, Dave, for Vancouver fans, the Northeast Chiefs, they have now been officially eliminated as Akbar's Academy with that 14-0 win over the Sherwood Park Janus Kings.
Hale Schoeneck back for the Buffaloes with 19 seconds on the power play. 1 penalty for each team in this first 8.5 minutes. Kacharski trying to make something happen. Kernahan, and no luck for him. Kick out. That one deflected off his skate. Opportunity for Harderson. And a quick little deflection, 2 tries, both of them bouncing off the stick. Not a lot of luck for Court Kissinger, number 14. And that one will go all the way around, but stay in the blue line. Turner throws it across. Again, it's Kissinger. He'll throw it in front. The centering pass for Harderson into the glove of Joel Favreau, and the Buffaloes are coming close. That line's been effective for the last 30, 45 seconds.
Well, Dave, so now we've got some updates. We can tell you that Akbar's Academy right now holding down that 3rd and final wild card spot, and they are hoping for a Calgary Buffaloes win. Doesn't matter the score, they just need the Buffaloes to win.
Buffaloes win, rushes in, Prince Albert wins, Prince Albert's in. One way or the other.
Or ties.
Well, let's see how we go as we progress. There's only 3 possible results. Of course, there's no overtime, there's no shootouts, there's no bonus points like in the NHL. It's not a 3-2-1 like it is at the World Juniors. It's just the old school style. We play 60 minutes, and we go, and the next 2 teams take the ice. Spinning, shooting, and it goes off the goalpost. Justin Barker had that chance. Referee blows the whistle down for a hooking call, but Justin Barker with a 180-degree pirouette and came very close as you can get.
And Dave, just after that, Chase Freedmore tried to put the puck behind the net, actually put it off the other goalpost, nearly tucked it into his own goal. So near own goal, and Pepler 2 goals yesterday for Prince Albert in the box for hooking. Second power play of the game for the Calgary Buffaloes, 0 for 1, 2 shots on goal with that first power play.
We heard that oohs and ahs from the crowd. And it's a hooking call against number 10, Josh Pepler. So this will be the second opportunity for the Buffaloes. He'll get the hooking call at the 9:32 mark.
Didn't mention on the first Buffalo's power play, they are 4 for 14 coming into this game on the tournament, 28.57%, third in the Max Midget tournament in the round robin. PK for Prince Albert coming into that first power penalty kills, 12 for 14, 85.71%, 14th in the tournament. Of course, those numbers going down a little bit for the Buffaloes on that first power play and up for Prince Albert on the penalty kill.
A lot of cross-ice passes, wing to wing. This time they'll hold it at the top of the circle and have it blocked and sent all the way down to the other side of the arena.
Dave, coming in today, the only team in the Max tournament without a power play goal was Akbar's Academy. I wonder the 14 goals scored today, how many were on the power play?
So all 25 teams have a power play goal?
24-25. Akbar's got one today.
They got one.
Yeah. We're assuming they got one.
Well, for all 25 teams to have scored a power play goal, that's a tremendous feat. I don't think that happens every year.
And then turn around with this, Dave, is five teams, are still perfect on the penalty kill.
Only 5 out of 25. Not surprising for this elite versus elite major midget U18 level.
Especially with all 25 teams having power play goals.
Nice pad save with 30 seconds remaining on the second consecutive power play for the Calgary Buffaloes. That'll be sent all the way down. And along with his teammates, Cody Willick, who shot that one down, will go for a full line change. Buffalo's trying to get organized, not looking as sharp as they did against the Russians, but 11:45 on a Monday is not a common time for them to be playing a hockey game. Trying to make something happen is Schoeneck. He's been buzzing around all morning. They'll cut it to the inside. Heath Armstrong, he's got a goal this week. He'll get spun around and go down to the ice. Brendan Ross, he's got a goal. That one will go wide left. Joel Favreau has seen 7 shots, but nothing of the spectacular variety he's had to make within those 7 saves. But the Buffaloes do outshoot Prince Albert 7-2 to this portion of the match. 2-on-2 Buffaloes. Blake Setter trying to create something. He'll get spun around by Paul, so will clear the puck to a teammate behind his own net. Putting pressure on is Kernahan. He'll throw it in front. Stick knock away by Joel Favreau. Again, first are having some difficulty, and Mintos until right there have had significant difficulty escaping their own blue line for the majority of this first 12 and a half minutes. Again, it's Kernahan getting stripped away. Second try, goal! Daniel Sisso. He scored against the Russians, and he'll score again right now following that deflection of the earlier attempt by Kernahan. Top shelf, bar down. Buffaloes have the opener.
Good patience by Sisso as he came in, faked the shot, and waited for the goaltender, Favreau, to go down. And then as he did, Sisso puts it underneath the crossbar, gives the Calgary Buffaloes a 1-0 lead.
Sisso really, with all the time that he could have possibly needed, without much coverage, everybody really paying attention too much to Kernahan, number 10, and in just a moment we'll get you the complete scoring summary from our PA announcer microphone.
Scorer number 17, Daniel Sisso. Assist on the goal goes to number 19, Stephen Rosier, and number 10, Daniel Kernahan. Sisso from
Rosier and Kernahan, 17 from 19 and 10.
Kernahan is 6 point. Rosier with his 4th point, and Sisso his 2nd goal, 4th point of the tournament.
Thank you very much. And Kissinger wants to extend that lead. He'll go cross ice. They've been doing that all day long. Harderson off the glass, but below the netting. Weisblatt on his off wing will throw a couple of gloves, and that'll get a couple of claps from the audience. Buffalo fans here from Southeast Calgary. Either that or they're watching in their offices. And we say hello to all the Calgarians interested in this game, stuck at work right now. Weisblatt will throw it in. Dick tries to make something happen. 2 tries for Samuel Hawk, number 13. And he's there again, is Joel Favreau.
The Max Tournament would like to take this opportunity to thank SAIT Polytechnique for their support of the tournament and the use of their site for overflow parking. If you're looking to further your education, please contact SAIT at sait.ca.
We come back with 6-11 on the big board. Shots 9-2. Goals 1-0.
Said Huck with that opportunity on that last attempt there for the Calgary Buffaloes. Had 2 goals yesterday in the 4-1 win over Lethbridge.
Yes, exactly. That's right. It's been scoring by committee so far for the Buffaloes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of the 18 skaters have a goal this week. Of course, 11 of them coming against Sherwood Park, but widespread out scoring is always a good weapon to have, especially when you have 2 games possibly in 24 hours, well, 2 games in more like 7 hours for anybody who wins the quarterfinals. We'll have those games for you. I'll be at Bauer. Chris will be here at Max Bell. We'll have those 9 and 12 quarterfinals and those 3 and 6 semifinals, of course, before the championship game on January the 1st. As Turner will go back, 5:34 remaining in the opening period. Buffaloes would love to sweep their pool. Only the Chicago Mission have done that. The Okanagan Rockets and Moose Jaw Warriors have the opportunity to. But, of course, when we covered the tournament 5 years ago, Chris, 3 teams were undefeated and perfect in their pools, and all 3 of them lost in the quarterfinals.
Germany was one of those. And what's your running joke there about Germany there, Dave?
They always finish 8th.
Although they debunked that at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit. As soon as they won their quarterfinal, Chris called me and was like, they're not finishing 8th. You got a better memory for that than I do. Opportunity from Setter to Kernahan. They both look pretty good so far, Chris. Kernahan, a goal and 4 assists. And he's been a buzzsaw all over the place. Setter tried to cut that one off. Bounce pass. They'll take off the boards, the Mintos, with no real offensive pressure here. And 2 shots that Philpott's had to handle, but nothing of any significant quality.
Oh, just the one on the power play for the cross-ice pass that Berthelot had. It's the best scoring chance that Prince Albert's had. And, it's since that shot, though, Prince Albert hasn't been able to get anything going offensively.
Berthelot and Pepler have pretty much been held dry right now. Pepler, let's see what he can do. He did this yesterday. See if he can skate around Paul's. Great poke check. What a great idea. Wilson Steele was there as well.
I think Pepler was saving those first 2 games, that speed that we've seen now in the couple of breakouts, 2 against Akbar's Academy, but goaltender for the Calgary Buffaloes, Sam Philippot, was waiting for that one, waiting for the cut by Pepler off the boards and right to the middle of the ice, and Philippot with a good stick to poke that one away.
We've said it about a few players. They can jump off the line and go to 0 to 60 in just a few seconds, and really find that point of acceleration. A lot of these kids would be great short track speed skating athletes. Maybe there's some people from the Olympic Oval that are watching tonight. Hatter trying to make something happen. Ethan Hayter, 1 goal and 1 assist this week. A late call up, but they have the name on the back of his jersey. The captain, Friedmore, will throw it around. And back to neutral ice. The Buffaloes trying to build on this 1-0 lead with 3 minutes remaining in the opening period. Shots 10-2. As I said, the Buffaloes would love to sweep their pool and have a perfect record. Buffaloes are the most recent Calgarian team to have won this tournament.
And back 2 times in 3 years, they went to the finals, won 1, lost 1. At the finals, I want to say 4 years ago, and won it. 6 years ago, they lost to the Finns.
Yeah, we've had some Finnish all-star teams. We've had teams from Hungary and Belarus, Switzerland. They've sent some U17 and U16 all-star teams. Of course, this is a U18 tournament. Sending the puck in is Caden Skolmoski. That'll be the 3rd shot on net for the Prince Albert Raider. I knew I'd say it. Mintos. $1 in the lunch pool for the game after the Saddleworm game. Huck.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I owe a lot of money.
Paying a big amount of money for lunch there for us, Dave.
I owe a lot of money to that pool. I gotta go to the bank and get 20 or 40 loonies.
I come about 5.
Exactly. That one knocked away from Justin Barker, 2 goals and 2 assists. Weisblatt will chase. He's got 2 plus 3. And he gets spun around and blown down. 5'6", 165. He is 15 and a half, folks, so his future is bright. No question about that, especially with the bloodline that he has with his 3 older brothers. And he'll throw a couple of gloves in the face of a Minto opponent with about 100
Cody,
seconds.
that was Chase Paul's score. Sorry, Dave. Deflected that puck inadvertently into his own bench and then ran into Weisblatt. Weisblatt said, you know what? I'm going to stand up for myself. I don't care how big you are. There's a huge size difference, too.
We've seen some collisions between players that are 8 inches differential in height. There's a player that's 6'9". I can't remember what team he's with. We've seen a couple of 6'5" players as well. But, yeah, that 6'9" guy is just a monster. Simpled up in. The Buffaloes will tag up and attack. The counterattack will produce a result, but only for a few seconds, as the Mintos will send it in, and it will result in an icing call and an offensive zone faceoff for the Calgary Buffaloes.
Well, Dave, the Mintos coaching staff said to their team, you know what, let's not do that again in the first period that they had against Akbar's Academy yesterday. Unfortunately, I think they have done something similar. Not quite as many shots being faced for goaltender Joel Favreau in this game as he faced yesterday in that first period against Akbar's Academy, but he has been the busier of the two goaltenders once again.
Buffaloes have the potential in the playoffs to see a couple of their 2019 opponents. They defeated the St. Albert Raiders in the Alberta Finals in 2019, and then they defeated the Caribou Cougars in the Pacific Championships. I remember watching the highlights on TV, and just the place was sold out, the Southfish Creek Arena, and the place was just buzzing every time the Buffaloes scored a goal. Look at the 3-on-3 coverage. The Buffaloes were able to muck out pretty much everything. Pepler gets a shot and scores through unbelievable traffic. He finds the back of the net, the back pole of the netting, Chris. And you never know, 55.4 left to go. That could be the momentum shift that Prince Albert needs, just like they had yesterday against Akbars.
That's all just about putting the puck on the net. We've said all tournament long, Dave, you just have to put the puck on net. You never know what's going to happen. Pepler from the top of the right faceoff, so just kind of floats that one to the net, but there was about 6 bodies in front of Sam Philippon. Never saw that shot. All he heard was cling in behind him, looks back, and the puck's bouncing in the back of the net.
Couldn't do much for Philpott, but yeah, that's that straight down diagonal pole at the back of the net. That was the target, and that was the result for Mr. Pepler. He came up huge against Russia yesterday.
2 goals yesterday. He picks up his 4th of the tournament with that one here this morning. I guess we could say this afternoon now.
Goal scored by number 10, Josh Pepler. Assist in the goal goes to number 10, Turner McMillan, and number 16, Cody Willick. Pepler from McMillan and Willick. Time of that goal, 19 minutes and 5 seconds.
Chris Labo's stats for you. Here he
the
is.
assists as McMillan picks up his 5th assist and 5th point of the tournament. Willick his 2nd assist and 2nd point of the tournament as well.
And that will get a whistle with .6 to go. A lot of physicality between the blue lines there and neutral ice. Nobody wants to take a penalty at the very end of the period. Prince Albert wanting a possible high sticking call against the Buffaloes. The referee disagrees, and with .6 to go, we're going to have just basically a face-off contest. Who do you like?
Buffaloes.
Well, he had about an 8-inch height advantage.
But I waited until I saw who was going
Of course, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, well, we like to have fun up in the press box, folks, and we hope you're having fun too. Prince Albert won. Buffaloes won. Russia very interested in this result. We hope they're watching just along with you, and we'll keep you up to date with all 3 possible scenarios here in pool number 1. We'll be back for the second period in, how about 15 minutes? Why not? Shots 11-4 after the first period. You're watching the Max Tournament 42nd Annual Edition, as always, presented by the Circle K Convenience Stores. Welcome back. Dave Stanish and Chris Caldwell along for the ride with you one more time. Chris, we had some issues on the net to our broadcast right and needed a fire extinguisher to seal the hole that was occurring just to the left post of who now is going to be taken over by Joe Favreau. You don't see that every day.
No, you really don't. Let's take a look at the first period scoring summary. Just trying to quickly check out Twitter, see if there's an update out of town for Father David Bauer Arena. Doesn't look like there is yet. So let's take a look at the first period scoring summary. Buffalo's open the scoring. Daniel Sisso is second of the tournament. Assist going to Stefan Rossier as well to Daniel Kerrigan. Even strength goal at 12:34 made it 1-0 Buffaloes. Prince Albert ties it up though. Josh Pepler is fourth of the tournament. Assist going to Turner McMillan as well to Cody Willowick. And it's after 20 minutes of play, all even at 1-1. Shots on goal, 11-4 Buffaloes in that first period. Faceoffs, 9-8 in favor of Prince Albert in the opening period of play. As we get underway in the second period, let's touch on quickly other scores from the Max earlier today. Saskatoon Contacts win Pool 5, 3-2 win over the Vancouver Chiefs. Vancouver Hawks fall 6-1 to the Saskatoon Blazers. The Blazers, one of the 3 wildcard teams now, and Hawk Bars Academy keeps their playoff hopes alive.
Stolen away, quick shot off the goal post. Coming close with Heath Armstrong, no problem.
14-0 win for Hawk Bars Academy over Sherwood Park, keeps their playoff hopes alive. Right now, Hawk Bars Academy holding that third and final wildcard spot down.
We'll tell you the 3 different scenarios when we have the next opportunity. That one overskated by Berthollet. This will give Stephen Rossier a chance. He has an assist in this game. Getting spun around were the Mintos, having to make sure they didn't take a high stick to the cage. Pauls with a hit from behind, but nice and legal. Furster gets hit from behind and goes down to a couple of legs. Weisblatt going to chase for it, but his teammates are there to cover as the right winger, Justin Barker, looks for his third goal. That's a quick shot. Nice save from Sam Huck. Well done, Favreau, Huck, and Barker swarming the PA goaltender.
Calgary Buffaloes trying to answer back after giving up that late first period goal to tie this game up at 1-1. Come back yet the first couple of shots here in the second period. Almost pick you up right where they left off in the opening period of play, Dave, is outside of that late shot with less than a minute to go from Pepler. It's been a pretty much dominated game by the Calgary Buffaloes.
So we know Akbars means snow leopards. What is a Minto? They're not the fresh maker.
Are you sure? Ooh.
Oof. Legal and illegal hits are being challenged here right now. A lot of people tight-roping the line between legal and illegal, and that will be definitely illegal. Oasis Weisblatt's going to go off for a hooking call. His 2 goals and 3 assists will have to wait for a couple of minutes.
Second power play of the game coming for Prince Albert. 0-for-1 in the first period of play. 1 shot on goal. Calgary Buffaloes, by the way, 0-for-2 on the power play. They had 3 shots with their man advantages in that opening 20 minutes.
3 minors in the first period. This is the first of the second period. Tied at 1. Of course, PA with that tying goal and with about a minute to go. Mintos win the offensive zone faceoff, and they'll proceed forward. Chase Pauls will try to throw it in, and it's nicely placed in. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the conversion. That one looking for Ty Baum, 2 assists for him. Kept in at the line. They'll go near side to Springer, and they'll reset will the Mintos. That one will roll past the intended receiver and be thrown back into the offensive zone of the Buffaloes by Heath Armstrong.
This time the Buffaloes making sure they get that one past Chase Pauls. What a stick by Pauls to keep the initial play in onside for Prince Albert.
And again, another pop from the crowd. Mintos trying to get out of their own way. Freet Moore had some difficulty. What a great job by number 22, Justin Barker. He killed 26 seconds just with that process. 1:04 to go. Springer 3-on-2. You might as well take the shot if you have it, and he did, just missing slightly to the left. Freed Moore on the near side at the blue line. Springer against traffic, scores again! They love those angle shots in traffic, Chris. And they're 2 for 2 in that category. And the PA Mintos convert the power play opportunity and have the lead in this game.
Power play goal, nice shot by Springer from that left point. Just right through the glove hand to Sam Philpott. Did not see that one once again. That's both goals that he's given up. Never saw the shot as there was 3 or 4 bodies in front of him on that one. There's about 4 or 5 in front of him on the first goal.
They like the top shelf to the left shoulder corner of Sam Philpott. I don't know if George Vezina could have made that save. Just a tremendous shot. I mean, those are the things that guys are shooting for all the time and hit like 10% of the time in the middle of 5-on-5 play. But boy, when they happen, they are gorgeous. The penalty has been wiped off the board, and the Mintos lead this game 2-1.
Dawson Springer. Assist on the goal goes to number 21, Chase Freetmore, and number 18, Chase Bertholet. Springer from
Springer's
Freetmore.
first goal of the tournament, assist to Freetmore, his third assist at third point, and Bertholet with his second assist and 5th point of the tournament for Prince Albert to give them the 2-1 lead. And Dave, very simply for Prince Albert, a win or a tie, they're going to the postseason, or to the playoff round. For the Calgary Buffaloes, a win or a tie, they win the pool. A loss means they get to the wild card. The Calgary Buffaloes already heading to the playoff round.
Springer, a bit snake bit, looked really good against Beardies yesterday, and finally gets the reward for all of his effort. Prince Albert forced to go backwards as we have a stick in the far right, near right corner of your picture. If we ever get back there before the next whistle, McMillan against pressure by 2 players. One of them is Oasis Weisblad, number 4, after his stint in the penalty box, trying to make up for the mistake. Ethan Hayter also on the ice, and he'll watch that one roll for an icing call. So it'll be a face-off to the left of Joel Favreau.
First time in the tournament that the Calgary Buffaloes, I should say, have given up more than a single goal in a game. As the previous 3 games, shut out Akbars Academy on Boxing Day 3-0, an 11-1 win over Sherwood Park. 4-1 yesterday, now find themselves down 2-1, and also breaks up the perfect penalty kill for the Calgary Buffaloes as well, that power play goal does.
So down to 4 teams now, still with perfect PKs. Are all 4 of them in this playoff race?
I do not believe they are. All
right, we'll leave that as a project for you for later on in our triple header. Chisholm overskates the puck, and we'll watch it get thrown into his defensive zone, where his teammate will cover. Skolmoski on the near side, trying to break out right to left. That transition pass is too far for Dawson Brace, and again it'll be an icing call against Prince Albert.
The Calgary Buffaloes need to shake off those 2 goals and find a way to get themselves back into this back on even terms here. And the Akbars Academy are hoping the Calgary Buffaloes could find a way to pick up a 2-1 lead or 3-2 lead here.
Buffalo's got to get back into the mindset they had against the Russians, playing almost a perfect game that night in our feature game here on the 26th. That one will bounce off a leg. Turner wants to make a play, and he almost does. Again to that top left-hand corner angle, and a quick reaction save for Joel Favreau.
Joel Favreau could be a difference maker, could steal some games and steal tournaments, and thus far I think he's well on his way to doing that. 1-0-2 record, Dave, 2.67 goals against average, but it's his save percentage that has been absolutely astronomical and huge for the Prince Albert Mintos, 934. Don't see a lot of goalies just with a 1 win and 2 ties with a 934 save percentage.
And 3 in a row icings against the Mintos as we take a break.
41 years of incredible hockey memories, brought to you by Circle K Convenience. Circle K Convenience Stores hope you have a memorable experience and enjoy the 42nd Annual Max Midget Tournament. We want to send a special thanks to Circle K for their many years of support.
Together now, Dave.
Last local team was the Calgary Flames, who defeated Lloydminster in the 2015 final. Of course, we remember the 2014 final. Caribou Cougars just smothering the Regina Pat Canadians 8-0. At least on the men's side. The women's side was a little bit closer. That game went to overtime. Saskatoon defeating the Rocky Mountain Raiders.
I believe
Bomb
that
on the near
was
side.
triple overtime, was it not, Dave?
I don't think so. I thought it was single overtime.
Was it single overtime? I thought it was...
I don't remember being that tired after that broadcast.
Was that our broadcast? I was thinking it must have been the year before then it was triple overtime.
That was like the 4 or 5 overtime game.
Oh, that was a long one.
I have the famous Jamaica story about that, but I won't bore the fans with that one. Trying to make something happen is 19 in white, Ty Baum, looking for his first goal of the tournament after 2 assists. Keeping it in his firster. Berthollet, let's go near side. Almost had the opportunity to wrap around, decided not to. Pauls will throw it again. Second chance, goal! Gage Helm! There were 3 Mintos swarming around the blue paint, and it rolled to Helm, the third man. A quick little backhander, and it's in the net, and suddenly Prince Albert's up by 2 goals, and this crowd is in shock.
Calgary Buffalo's in shock as well as Gage Helm had his stick tied up by a pair of Calgary Buffalo's defensemen, managed to get free just enough, chip the puck over Sam Philpott, who was down and out, sprawled out, trying to cover it up. On that scramble, Sam Gage able to pick up his able to pick up his second goal of the tournament.
And things become a lot more interesting, and there's probably a lot of positive screams in Kazan, Russia about now. Favreau will hold for a face-off and just be safe.
Helm. Assist on the goal goes to number 15, Chase Pauls, and number 18, Chase Berthollet.
Again, Berthollet started behind the net, worked his way around, decided to go on the wide side rather than the quick cut for the wraparound possibility, and boy did it pay off, because 2 Mintos had an opportunity, and Gage Helm certainly got the finish, and the referee was right there because I think it just barely squeezed behind Philpott. Now 3-on-2 as they want to extend the lead even further. The same line, Helm on the wing is going to try to hold this one in. However, Barker will take away the loose puck, get a hit for his effort by McLean, and that will switch the possession back. McLean now on his off wing, zooms through, but that's stolen away, and Steele will send it back. Trey Fouquet, 0 goals and 2 assists so far. McLean again, tried to feed Helm again. No luck this time.
Dave, the Mintos 2 goals on 3 shots so far in this second period. Calgary Buffaloes held mostly in check, have 3 shots as well, but haven't been able to find the back of the net on goaltender Joel Favreau.
Joel Favreau, nothing really consequential to have to deal with in the first 7 minutes. That one will be tapped by Helm, but before the red line. Giving an icing call, and of course in midget hockey you can ice the puck and get a line change. Only in junior does that rule change based on the NHL and IIHF rules. Of course, the last Saskatchewan team was only 2 years ago. The Regina Pat Canadians got revenge for 2014, defeating the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs on January 1st, 2018 to win that title. McMillan blocked away, second trial, go up and away. Regina Pat Canadians defeating the Red Deer Optimist Chiefs on January 1st, 2018, and the St. Albert Raiders defeating the Lethbridge Hurricanes on January 1st, 2019. And of course, we'll find out which team will win the trophy on January 1st, 2020, which is only 2 days away. We'll say goodbye to the 2010s in about 36 hours. A lot of decade in review websites and articles all over the internet right now. That one is going to roll to a teammate, but the Buffaloes have it deflected away, and it'll go in the direction of the Mintos, but only for the moment. As a bit of back and forth, a bit of ping-ponging, as we like to say, of the puck. And the Mintos take the last pong. Pepler wants to go between 2. Will he draw a penalty? Yes, he will. It won't be a clear-cut breakaway, but it'll be definitely a holding call. And as I said, he can turn on the afterburners whenever it seems like he feels like it, and he almost split the difference.
Almost did there as Pepler with a lot of pep in his step, Dave, and nearly got past both Calgary Buffaloes defensemen. Got through one, couldn't get past Hayter, though, as Hayter forced to reach in, grab him, pull him down to the ice, takes a penalty, but it's a penalty I think the Buffaloes had to take.
You've been waiting 6 days to say that.
Maybe just a little.
What a difference a 4-1 differential could make here. Pikakut into the face-off dot. He'll lose that face-off to the Calgary Buffaloes. And this will be an opportunity for the first clearance, and Steele will do just that. As Springer's deflection went to the net, but it was blown down due to a high stick, and the whistle means that it'll be a face-off in the defensive zone of the Mintos.
This will be the 9th defensive zone face-off for the Mintos in this second period. They had 9 in the first period. Won 5 of those 9 here in the second. They have won 5 of 9 as well as they lose that one.
Of course, other games, Grand Peace against Beardies and Swift Current against Okotoks. And the 12:30 game, the one we really want to pay extra attention to, Moose Jaw and St. Albert. Updates, Grand Peace leads Beardies 2-1. Okotoks leads Swift Current 2-0. So that is our update. We thank our social media experts for that information. And once we get a score from the Moose Jaw versus St. Albert game that started at 12:30, we will let you know as soon as we know. Turner takes his time, trying to kill as many seconds as he can. There's 85 left to go on this PK for the Calgary Buffaloes. And again, one more time, and that one had to be handled. Joe Favreau had to be careful. But the Mintos, 2-goal lead and the power play advantage. Baum tried to find Fouquet. No luck for him. Pikakut is in there along with Baum one more time. That one will roll out. Springer also on this line. Baum to the far side. Quick shot, deflected. And a capture of the puck with the glove. Safe than sorry for Sam Philpott.
Yeah, Philpott hasn't seen a lot of shots. He's had 2 goals that he had no chance on that were screened, and a third one that was a backdoor feed that liked to have back as he was down on his stomach trying to cover the puck up, and unfortunately he couldn't get that puck covered up, and Gage Helm chipped it up and over him to give Prince Albert that 3-1 lead. It's 3 unanswered goals for the Mintos in this hockey game.
Buffalo's trying to kill the last 49 seconds. It'll get held at the blue line. Skolmoski back and forth with his defensive partner. Skolmoski at the top of the blue. Will throw it into McMillan. Chasing in the corner, the giant Ashton Furster. Along with McMillan, Furster will win the battle. Give and go! Taken away. Furster does get a good chance. However, well read by Heath Armstrong to eliminate the absolute one-timer opportunity. McMillan cross ice. Centering pass again. Philpott almost gave up his 5-hole while he was diving down to capture the puck, Chris, and that's a dangerous situation for any netminder when you've got players swarming in front of you.
This time, though, Philpott able to scramble out to his stomach and able to cover that puck up as Prince Albert unable to chip the puck into the back of the net to try and add to this 3-1 lead. Still working on their third power play, though, and Prince Albert 1 for 2 thus far in the power play. Couple shots this time around.
The Buffaloes will be in the playoffs, but they'd rather have the higher seed and the home team advantage with the last change. Plus, they don't want to have any negative momentum going into the playoff round.
I think that's the biggest key right there. Is you don't want to go into the playoffs on a loss. You want to go in with the win.
Prince Albert would love to get into the playoffs with a 2-0-2 record. Once again, a stat line you don't see very often. I mean, I wouldn't even mind a tie. 1-0-3 would be really cool. They'd be out, but it'd be really cool.
No, they'd be in.
Oh, they'd be in. That's right.
Yep.
Because they would have tied their division winner, the Calgary Buffaloes, and the Russians would have lost to them. Some slow action right now as we're back to 5-on-5 action midway through this hockey game. 60 minutes and we go home. Quick shot up the shoulder. Another great deflection. That's what you work on in practice over and over again, Chris, and Baum almost got the finish. The other 19, Rozier, against Freed Moore. Buffaloes maintain they need to create some sort of positive momentum. Weisblatt! I think that might have gone off the leg of the teammate, but maintaining possession are the Calgary Buffaloes in the blue and red. They've got Turner at the line, but they'll go cross ice. That one gets blocked by McMillan. Weisblatt will hold. Now he'll go to attack, but Freed Moore handles him. That leaves an open opportunity. Nice save by Blake Setter. Off Blake Setter by Joel Favreau. And quickly to the other end. Again, it's Pepler. And again, this time not drawing the penalty on the opposition, but the poke check by Philpott, and Pepler can jump. He can burst out anytime he wants.
Yeah, he's got a lot of jump. Pepler does have a lot of jump, a lot of that quick speed, a couple of quick steps. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Connor McDavid with that 1-2 step, and then he's gone.
If he was a sprinter, he'd probably have the best start and probably be leading after 10 or 20 meters. He can just jump off the line like you wouldn't believe. Like I said, a lot of these players should go into short track speed skating because they definitely have the skills. Turner McMillan will throw it all the way in. Excuse me, Sam Mosterchak. Haven't heard much from him today. Fouquet. Sort of a lull in the action here for the last couple of minutes. Players trying to get their second or third wind. Midway through this matchup, Buffalo's trail by 2. Trying to drive through, surrounded by 3 white jerseys, was the Buffalo forward. That was Ryan Sullivan. And again, Prince Albert just want to clear the zone, taken away. 23, that's McGowan. Go to the defensive partner, and Favreau with a glove save. Hale Schoeneck looking for his first goal of the tournament.
Dude, that was key, though, for the Buffaloes. Just kind of get their feet back underneath them and go back onto their toes, get some shots on goal, force Favreau to make saves. Favreau, as we mentioned, that .934 save percentage just continues to climb. So the Buffaloes, if they want to get back in this hockey game, going to need more pucks to the net.
Buffaloes win the face-off. Recovering his own play is Brennan Ross. Can't make anything happen to a teammate, however, and Prince Albert takes over. Chase Pauls, probably Josh's younger brother. Baum. Berthollet, he's been relatively quiet since that first goal. Quick shot over, no luck for Ben Lefebvre, the AP call-up, wearing number 12 today for PA.
Good job by the Calgary Buffaloes getting into those shooting lanes there, Dave, not allowing that point shot to get through. A couple of those shots, though, a couple of those collapsing to the shooting lanes have backfired on them and have led to a couple of Prince Albert goals. Lines is saying that it went straight out, so I actually thought it went off a Buffalo defenseman. Apparently not, though.
Ben Lefebvre and Jackson Coleman, the backup goalie. Call-ups for this tournament. Ethan Hayter, not on the regular roster for the Buffaloes, and was added shortly before the tournament started. Pauls will go through. That one bounces dangerously in front of the Buffalo's bench, but cleared away. And now let's see what they can do 3-on-2 going left to right. Back pass, quick shot, nice save. Barker just off the edge of the glove was Joel Favreau. Not having to make the circus saves he realistically had to against the Russians yesterday, but he has been extremely solid, only giving up a goal 12:34 into the matchup, and has been clean ever since.
Yeah, Favreau did this yesterday against the Akbars Academy. He gave up the one goal. It actually gave up a couple in the second period, but it was the play of Favreau in the first period that kept the Prince Albert Mintos in the game and has given them an opportunity to possibly win this pool.
Saskatoon Contacts led 5-0 yesterday after the first period against Beardies. The Russians had nearly the same number of shots, but only one goal after the first period, and that was a huge factor as to why they didn't run away and hide against the Mintos, and why this game means so much. An all-around team effort from the team in green and white with yellow trim, and they have a division championship just 26 minutes away if they can prevent any more goals from going in their own net. Barker will take the puck on the near side. He'll get surrounded, a rugby scrum right in front of the live audience here at Max Bell Arena. The left near side of your picture. Steele will win the battle, but not the war. Trying to break through. There's a nice little play. Well done by Sam Huck. He's been a bit snake-bitten this game. Buffalo's slow and methodical. trying to travel left to right and get within a goal. Barker will just do the one-man drop-off, and they'll get a full 5-man change. Try to reestablish possession. Helm forced to go backwards, and now Skomaski will do the same. Paying attention to him is Heath Armstrong, number 12 in blue. Trying to go all the way around. Weisblatt. It's powered off the puck. And the Prince Albert Mintos will throw it right to the Buffaloes. Onside, 2-on-2. Foster, quick shot, no luck for him. Rozier, looking for his 3rd goal of the tournament. Again, Weisblatt. Too much for Heath Armstrong, but they'll also draw a penalty on the play.
Offensive zone penalty, and coaches hate that as Buffalo's going to touch up.
Even Prince Albert was confused, thinking that it was against them, but a high sticking call. But yeah, a swing and a miss, unfortunately, for Heath Armstrong, and the miss resulted in a collision that means a high sticking penalty. So from bad to worse.
And another power play for Prince Albert. They were 1 for 3 at the man advantage. 4 shots on goal at their power play thus far.
St. Albert Raiders get the first goal. Moose Jaw Warriors quickly get the second goal. And we are tied at 1 in the first period of the 12:30 game that can make all the difference for another pool victory. Quick shot up and down and away. Springer will hold the line, as this could be the final nail in the coffin here for the Buffaloes. We'll have a lot, one way or the other. We'll have a lot to talk about between now and either 9 or noon tomorrow morning. Sprinting around, cycling back. Baum dropped it off. Now they're going to go to the far left side of your picture. Freed Moore waiting for it. Pauls will get it to him. Now it's the free man. Springer! In exactly the same spot as he was before, Chris. Looking for that same corner. And we'll talk about it in just a second.
Our co-sponsors of the day are Saputo and Remax. Saputo, together we bring good to the table. And Remax, making a difference in your community.
Yeah, this time for Springer, that shot, Dave, had very little traffic, and Philpott able to make the save as he was able to see that one cleanly all the way through.
But it had a lot of spring to it.
That it did.
Yes.
And you've been waiting 6 days for that one.
5.5. Look at the battle for the puck possession as there's 1:11 to go on another PK that the Calgary Buffaloes are going to have to deal with. Berthollet, nice little capture, but immediately gives it up. He's got some moves, and he's shown it to us in the last 24 hours for sure. Back behind the net, Mintos 200 feet away from their ultimate acquisition of a 4th goal here. Can you look up the synonym for goal? Achievement, maybe that'll work. 200 feet from their latest achievement attempt. A shaiba, as we learned, against the Russians. You can tell your friends at work next week that you know what the Russian word for puck is. Shaiba. Smolkowski almost comes close as he drove from end to end and couldn't get the connection at the end. McMillan cycling around. 15 to go on the power play. Nicely cut off. Well done. Looked like Schoeneck in the middle of all that. Brendan Ross also out there along with Daniel Kernahan for the Calgary Buffaloes. Berthollet trying to make a move. Kernahan handled him, and the penalty has expired. Now they can get Armstrong, and they will. Armstrong on the near side. Wants that corner. A little short and not as high as he wanted it to be, but he made Favreau make the save regardless. Shot 16-13 Buffaloes, but they trail 3-1 here. Prince Albert slow and methodical as we've mentioned. Now it's Willick, 3-on-3. We'll see if these guys turn on the afterburners in the 3rd period because they're taking it pretty easy here in the last 2.5 of the 2nd period.
Dave, the Calgary Buffaloes being outshot 9-4 in this 2nd period is complete turnaround from the 1st period for the Prince Albert Mintos. A big reason why they've got that 2-goal cushion.
And how important is that late goal at the end of the 1st period? What's the mental attitude of the Buffaloes if they're leading 1-0 going into the room? Springer with a great skate, and he'll take out Sullivan from behind. Excellently done. Trying to hold the line is Turner. He won't have any luck. Helm is there. How about McLean? He'll get around Steele. Try to work his way through. No luck for him. And it looks like Philpott will go the other way. Trying to make something happen on the far side. Again, that's Harderson. Haven't heard from him in a while. Turner gets that shot blocked by the stick of the defender. And it'll be cleared into the penalty box area. 1:19 in the second period. No illegality as far as the linesman is concerned.
Well, Dave, you said how big that first goal, the goal for Prince Albert at the end of the first period was. I don't think it was so much the first goal, Dave, but maybe the first goal here in the second period, the one 3 minutes in, that
That's
really
true.
has gotten the Buffaloes back on their heels. Shoulders slumped over at the bench. Yes, many of the players standing on that bench, but they're kind of slumped over the front of it.
No 2-goal lead has been safe in this tournament for sure. Berthollet slips over himself, and that one's stripped away. Big block, and they go right forward. Oasis Weisblatt, 2-on-1, decides to hold up. Now it's 3-on-4, and he'll regret that decision. Berthollet tries to spin around. Weisblatt takes him out of the play. And now Baum, who's had a great period, won't be able to chase that one down. 49 to go on the big board. Again, Armstrong this time. Weisblatt with a second chance. The much taller Pauls takes him out. Probably 8 or 9 inch difference. Weisblatt manages to get it away with the back pass. And the Buffaloes maintain. Quick shot into the glove. Baum didn't like Weisblatt's involvement in front of the net. Buffaloes are going to push it right for the last 33.
Well, Buffaloes need some sort of confidence going forward here, Dave. Until the last minute and a half, they've been really back on their heels. Haven't been able to get anything going, anything established offensively, and no power plays in the second period for the Buffaloes either. And that's the turnaround the other way. Prince Albert's had 3, connected on one of those.
Pretty much a PA period here. And Pepler wants to go 3-on-2 the other way. He will with McMillan and Willick. Willick to McMillan, not quite. McMillan will chase, however, with 22 seconds still left to make something happen. Willick takes a crunch. Willick is still in there. Pepler waiting for a pass, but the outlet will not come. He'll have to attack, but now this will be 4-on-2 the other way for the Buffaloes. Try and make something happen on the far side. Nice little cutter that gets blocked. Loose in front, no luck for Calgary. Trying to make something happen. McMillan will clear the zone with just a second and a half left. And back-to-back, end-to-end in the last dozen seconds. Both teams would love to get that dagger at the end of a period.
Yeah, Calgary Buffaloes, so they're going to take what the little momentum they had at the end of this second period. They're going to move it forward into the third period. They want to get this game back on even turns. The Buffaloes only need a tie to win the pool. A win, well, the win is nice as well. The tie gets them the pool. The Akbars Academy, they are praying for 3 goals from the Buffaloes in the third period and none for Prince Albert.
Okotoks lead Swift Current 2-1 in the second period, but they need about 14 more to get back into this playoff
15
chase.
now.
15 now, excuse me. But we'll take a break. It's 3-1. Prince Albert making this thing real interesting. Back in a moment.
Driving Force is the official vehicle supplier to the Max Tournament. For your car or truck rental or leasing needs, call Driving Force Rentals, Sales, and Leasing, or visit them online at drivingforce.ca.
Welcome back to the Max Bell Center. Chris Colwell, Dave Standish along with you. Prince Albert Mintos with a 3-1 lead on the Calgary Buffaloes after 40 minutes of play. As we take a look at the scoring summary through 2 periods. Buffaloes opened the scoring in the first. It was Daniel Sisso's second of the tournament. Assist going to Stefan Rossier as well to Daniel Carahan. An even strength goal at 12:34. Prince Albert tied it at 1. Josh Pepler's fourth of the tournament. Assist going to McMillan as well to Willick. Even strength goal 19:05. Second period. Prince Albert takes a 2-1 lead at the 3-minute mark. Courtesy of Dawson Springer, his first of the tournament. Assist going to Chase Freed-Moore as well to Chase Bartholet. That was a power play goal. Then 2:52 after that, the Mintos make it 3-1 as Gage Helm gets his second of the tournament. Assist to Chase Pauls as well to Chase Bartholet again. Shots on goal in that second period. 9-6 in favor of Prince Albert. 17-13 Calgary after 40 minutes of play. Faceoffs 14-7 Mintos, 23-15. As the third period underway, Dave, you've got a couple of looks at out-of-town scores. Games going on right now.
Yeah, Beardy's and Okotoks. Beardy's 2-2 with, Beardy's with, who are they playing?
Grand Peace.
Grand Peace, thank you. And Okotoks leads 2-1 over Swift Current. Both games after the second period. Of course, once we get the next St. Albert Moose Jaw update, we'll let you know as soon as we know.
Yeah, last one we heard on that one tied 1-1 after 20 minutes of play.
You got it right. Just about to start the second, I would imagine. Trying to make something happen is 14 for Prince Albert. That was Ashton Furster along with Baum. No luck for them. And Bertholet liked him a lot here in the last 24 hours. Seen a couple of their games. Huck, he'd like to get on the board. Wanted to go through Freed-Moore, but it went off of him. And he'll go for a line change, Will Huck. Cycling back is Hatter, trying to make something happen for his teammates. Ethan Hayter, number 3. Got the puck back, 1:10 in. Nice little deflection on the happy side of the red line. That gives Weisblatt the chance to chase for it. Heath Armstrong can't come up with it. And it'll be a 2-on-2 opportunity for Helm with the Prince Albert Mintos. That one cross ice, about half a step ahead, was his teammate McLean. Back to the Buffaloes. Armstrong on the near side. Shimmy shake. Can't get around Pauls. Okay. We'll get another out-of-town update for you here on our live microphone in just a moment. Springer trying to go on the outside. He might be our player of the game here for game number 4 of this team's week. Chisholm looking to go wide side on the backhand. Gets stopped up. Well done by Hayter again, along with Schoeneck. Schoeneck mucks him out. And the quick spin, Pikatu goes right into the boards behind him. Bit of a slick move to avoid that hit. Turner against 3, why not? And he'll go and fade backwards as Skolmoski wants to make something happen. 20, Cooper Chisholm. Pikakut has that one strip. This line hasn't seen the ice quite as often as the other ones. Pikakut with Chisholm and Brace. Third, fourth line for the Mintos. McMillan on the near side. Quick shot. Again, that similar angle. Looking for that top left corner, Chris. And Chisholm is ready for it. Or Philpott.
Grand Peace 2, Beardy's 1. After the first period, St. Albert and Moose Jaw tied at 1 apiece. And after 2, Okotoks 2, Swift Current 1.
And we thank our PA announcer for that information. What you'll notice in about 17 minutes, Chris, is everybody surrounding the scoreboard, tournament scoreboard graphic to our far left, which is sort of where Calculator Day came from. Pepler! Pepper's one up and away, but not on target. Setter, near side for the Calgary Buffaloes. Blake Setter, 1 goal this week. Would love to have a second to get his team within a goal of this match and cut the lead in half. Pretty good crowd here for a Monday afternoon during Boxing Week. We expect some tremendous crowds for our quarterfinals and semifinals at 9, 12, 3, and 6. Nice save, big effort there. Joel Favreau hasn't had a lot of challenges in this first 4 minutes. Buffalo's just trying to play their game, not trying to panic over the clock, especially since they are guaranteed a playoff spot one way or the other.
And you don't wonder if at times, Dave, this might be about this third period is, we're going to the playoffs, boys. Let's
nice little tip. Can't make the finish. Great feed from Barker to Ross. Ross a little bit bad body position, but not a bad idea for the future, either this week or during the rest of the regular season, where the Buffaloes are going to try to defend their Alberta championship and get back to a second straight TELUS Cup. But Chris,
this might be just about not getting hurt for the Calgary Buffaloes.
Oh, I think they'd love to make it 3-2 rather than 4-1, that's for sure.
Oh, they would, but as you said, Dave, the Buffaloes have already clinched the playoff spot.
Firster going all the way around, but tell 15, 16, 17-year-old kids that they can hold back. They ain't going to want to hold back. And some boos from the crowd here as, what's that, the fourth consecutive penalty for the Buffaloes?
Yes, it is. 4 consecutive power plays coming up for Prince Albert. 1 for 4 on the man advantage. 5 shots on goal. Buffalo's power play 0 for 2 this afternoon. No shots on goal.
Logan McGowan with the tripping call. The local fans of the Buffaloes did not like that decision by the referee. For the most part, the officiating's been extremely solid this week. A couple of interesting decisions earlier on, but otherwise very solid. Pikakut loses that face-off for his team, the Prince Albert Mintos. Mintos going left to right in the white jerseys with the green and orange shading. Trying to make something happen on the PK is Daniel Kernahan trying to put the pressure on. They'll hold him 2-on-2, and 5 men will wait at the blue line, including Springer. Springer! Nice save. Butterfly position for Philpott. But you saw 5 men literally lined up at the blue line waiting for that pass. And a great execution for the Prince Albert Mintos, coming very close to a 4th goal and 2nd power play conversion. Pauls manages to recover his own fumble. And Friedmore very slowly, methodically, not clock killing, Chris, but just very methodical and very pre-planned as to what they were going to do here.
Dave, if this score holds up as we're halfway through this Prince Albert power play, this score holds up, we'll have all 8 playoff teams once the 12:30 game finishes up at the Flames Community Rings between St. Albert and Moose Jaw.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, we will know the 8 teams. There won't really be I guess first thing this morning there was, 13 teams eligible, and now we're down to about 9. And it could be, it will be 8 here in about an hour, which is what Calculator Day is all about. Then Phase 2, who plays who in the quarterfinals and where and what time. Berthollet looked for McMillan, not the wide enough angle that he wanted, so it went right to Philpott's right pad, and he makes the stop.
The tournament would like to thank the Delta Marriott downtown. Delta, precisely what you need.
Good job by Philpott keeping his team within 2 goals here, Dave, but Prince Albert really coming on strong since that goal late in the first period and the one early that they got in the second.
Pikakut wins that faceoff. Friedmore with 17 seconds. Blast! Up and over. Looks like it may have hit Pikakut somewhere in the back. And the penalty just about over. Buffaloes would love to try to get a power play of their own and break that 4-penalty streak, but this could turn into something as well. Court Kissinger, he's been a bit snake-bit today. Kissinger against 2. He'll take the crunch from Pauls. And Prince Albert still cannot get it past their own ringette line until about right now. And Pikakut, who's been out there for a long time with Springer, with Baum, will have that one sprinted back. Let's see if and when the forwards for the Mintos can make a change. Because as I said, these players have been out here for quite a while. And Buffaloes with a fresh 5 are going to try to press the issue. Springer tries to spring out between the two defenders, cannot achieve that goal. And Baum will chase. Love this line all day, Chris. Helm with Springer and Baum. They've done a great job. Mintos again. Now it's that fourth line. Brace is out there again. Dangerous pass. They're going to make him pay for it. Just about on the outside post. No luck for Steven Rozier. Again, he's been having some unlucky bounces this afternoon. But yeah, very dangerous pass right into the slot area. And the Calgary Buffaloes almost made him pay. Rozier for a second chance. Along with Weisblatt, out to Armstrong, number 12. He's crunched in by two players and forced to give up possession. Pauls up and down. 11:45 remaining in this hockey game. Buffaloes, if they want to go perfect, they're going to need at least 3 goals. Pauls tried to go far side and fool the goaltender and everybody else in the audience, and he came very, very close. Big pop from the crowd, but he did not accomplish what he set out to do.
Dave, right now the biggest fans of the Calgary Buffaloes is the Akbars Academy, the Snow Leopards. Huge fans of the Calgary Buffaloes, but need them to score 3.
Pepler outside of the net. Look at the speed. Look at the curvature of the skating. Nice save into the pads. Once again, Butterfly. And the Buffaloes want to break out 3-on-2. One of their men go down. Make it 3-on-1. Center too much for him. He'll take it off the bounce. Looking for Armstrong behind him. Decides to go wide side and reset the action. That one deflected by Helm's stick. Out of bounds and out of play.
Shots now 20-18 in favor of the Calgary Buffaloes, but Dave, they've really had not much going for them offensively since that opening period of play. Just 9 shots since that first period for the Calgary Buffaloes. They're going to look to clean things up as we hit the midpoint of this third period.
What I like about this clock in this arena, Chris, is the team that's on the one side, you just look down and that's what team you know what team that half of the clock applies to. It's always a helpful thing, because at Bauer it's not quite the same thing. Bad save. Another quick chance. That came from Harderson. Kellen Harderson would love to contribute with his first goal of the week. Getting forced and pressured. Great forechecking by the Prince Albert Mintos, trying to maintain a 2-goal advantage and win the pool. It would be the second pool won by a Saskatchewan team in a matter of hours here. The Okanagan Rockets and the Moose Jaw Warriors can join them along with the Chicago Mission. Moose Jaw is going to be a little happier because that goal goes in. Just a nice little shot. Nowhere, no challenge by anybody. And Pauls might have put the last nail in the coffin. No real chance for Philpott. But Paul's way too open, way too easy.
Good shot by Pauls as he steps in across the line and just snaps that one over the blocker hand of Philpott. Philpott out to challenge as much as he could, Dave, but that little bit of a hole at the top of his blocker. That was exactly what Pauls found, and it's 4-1 Prince Albert, and that should just about lock up our 8 teams in the playoffs. Or 7 at least anyway, 7 of 8.
St. Albert's versus Moose Jaw. The other game, as I said, we could have 3 Saskatchewan teams win their respective pools. I don't think we've seen that in a very, very long time. And that would mean more than likely Saskatchewan v. Saskatchewan in one of the quarterfinals, depending on the layout of the wild cards. Berthollet overskates. Again, it's Hawk trying to make something happen.
Number 15, Chase Pauls. Assist on the goal goes to number 4, Caden Skolmoski, and number 6, Turner McMillan.
Berthollet, one-on-one, puts it over.
He caught the goal post, Dave, and that one goes off the post and up and over, but goal by Chase Pauls. That is his second of the tournament assist to Skolmoski, his second assist and second point, and Turner McMillan his second assist of the game and 6th point of the tournament.
You know what I'm figuring out, Chris? These kids skate too fast to keep telling too many stories.
That they do.
Springer takes down Armstrong. McMillan will hold at the line. Boy, they can skate fast. Man, oh man. Trying to make something happen. No luck for Rozier. Again, I wish I could say something different than no luck for Rozier, but that's all I can say about him today.
Yeah, he really has been snake bitten. He's been probably snake bitten in this entire tournament for the Calgary Buffaloes. Is yet to find the back of found the back of the net twice, but he's had many chances.
This is not the team that played the Russians on Boxing Day. I mean, that just tells you about the mental attitude. Although that game is a feature game, your very first game of your tournament. Nice little snapshot there, blocked away. Well done by Fouquet to get in the way of that. Another Armstrong chance in the blue paint. Backhander, second try. Players down all over the place. Referee's arm goes up. And we're going to have a holding call, and maybe the Buffaloes have finally broken the streak.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Calgary power play coming up as Prince Albert, all kinds of bodies in front. Not sure if it's going to be Paul's or if it's going to be Springer, but one of the two of them is going to go to the box. Looks like it's going to be Paul's that's going to head off.
Making significant impact in consecutive shifts, Paul's and Springer. I mean, if Springer isn't already eligible for a Player of the Game award, Chris, and stick around, folks, for that announcement after the game is completed in 9 minutes and 3 seconds, he'd be my candidate.
Yeah, let's see, if I'm picking, I'm going to go with Sisso for the Calgary Buffaloes, and for Prince Albert, I got to go with Turner McMillan.
Let's see what the Buffaloes can do with their man advantage. First one in quite a while. Up top, nice save, rebound, right to the pad. You can hear it from here. Setter got the chance. Third try on the opposite side. The net comes off. What a great opportunity from Blake Setter. But like I said, you could hear the padding from here, and I think it might be a hand issue here for Joel Favreau.
Oh, he was trying to go post to post, and he crashed hard into that far post and immediately threw the blocker off and is shaking that hand. And
hit your rewind button, folks. You can take a look at that.
Trainer started to come out and heads back, and Favreau, keep an eye on that blocker hand, is like I said, went post to post. I'm not sure if he got his goal stick into the post and jammed his hand along that the thicker part of the blade or the thicker part of the shaft of the stick, or if he lost the stick and hit the post with his hand. Either way, it looks to be okay.
He did anything and everything to help his team earn that tie against the Russians yesterday. And that momentum from the first intermission and the one goal, only the single goal deficit, might be the reason why the Prince Albert Mintos could win this division. Hawk would like to prevent that. He'll take a body check into the far wall with 1:20 to go on the Buffaloes power play. Ethan Hayter drops it off. Nice save. Favreau seems fine. Brendan Ross with that butterfly shot. Hawk and Hayter. One more time. Tried to go in. Loose puck. Hayter. No luck for him. Hawk on the near side. Again, Ross to the far wing. And they'll give it to him. Ross with Hayter. 49 on the clock. A kick from Hawk. That'll work. Whatever works. Looking for those top shelves. But look at how well this box is working for Prince Albert as they're rotating position and keeping the Buffaloes on their toes with that close in sort of rectangle in the slot area, Chris. Not a lot of lanes to shoot at in that sequence.
No, good job by Prince Albert getting that box, keeping it very large, saying to the Buffaloes, we'll give you everything to the outside, we're not going to let you through the middle of the ice.
Trying to make something happen is Wilson Steele. He tried to go the long way around, but gets mucked down on the near side boards. In there to help is Ryan Sullivan. Willick waiting for an opportunity with just 2 seconds on the power play. They want to go cross ice. That's knocked off McMillan's stick. The player comes back onto the ice. That's Paul's. He immediately goes to the bench. And another quick save for Joel Favreau. And some conversation, let's say, behind the net after that whistle went.
The Westin Calgary is Calgary's premier downtown hotel and the official hotel for the Max Tournament. The tournament thanks the Westin Hotel for their support. Westin, relax and recharge in downtown Calgary.
Penalties over, and Prince Albert back to 5-on-5. 4 shots by the Buffaloes on that power play, over 3 on the hockey game, and now 7 shots on goal at their man advantage. 7 of the 26 shots the Buffaloes have had in this game have come via the man advantage.
Folks, if you have the tournament package, we encourage you to go back and watch that Prince Albert Russian game. One of the most entertaining games I've seen live in years and years and years. Pepler throws a great hit on Steele. Steele just struggling now to stand up along with McMillan. Cody Willick. Cody with a K will throw it all the way around. McMillan didn't want to push that one, so the forwards will take care of it. Willick along with Pepler, splitting the difference. There's Pepler again, tripping over himself, but once again you can see that acceleration off the first stride. Trying to jump around was Kernahan. I still think the Buffaloes are going to be a dangerous team in the final 8, Chris. It'll be very interesting to see what the standings provide and what the bracketing results in, because this could be one hell of a quarterfinal set. Albeit Bauer, you'll be here, and we're looking forward to 6 amazing games tomorrow afternoon and morning.
Now we are as Calgary Buffaloes. This clock bleeding dry for the Buffaloes and down 4-1. Going to need a lot of momentum here in the last 6 minutes.
Harderson will throw it in and go for a line change. Chase Friedmore, the captain, looking for an outlet. Harderson is going to pinch in just for a moment, and now the Buffaloes are realizing Friedmore will stand there all night if he has to. He'd love to kill this clock as quickly as he possibly can. Sullivan had to pinch in, whether he wanted to or not. Setter steals the puck away. Setter almost received the give and go, but gets knocked down in the slot. And that's going to result in a penalty coming up against the Prince Albert Mintos for removing the ability to receive a pass. Cross ice again, the kick out of the left post, but again Joel Favreau right there. Looked like Schoeneck had that opportunity on the far wing.
You know, you said Dave, the Calgary Buffaloes will be dangerous. I think the Prince Albert Mintos are going to be very, very dangerous in the playoffs, in the playoff round, especially with Joel Favreau between the pipes, as he has been outstanding for Prince Albert the last 2 games. Didn't get a chance to see Prince Albert's first 2 games, but the save percentage is any indication. He was just as outstanding in those 2 games as well.
Yeah, the save percentage prior to the Russia game was amazing. So these 2 games have been absolutely incredible, and as I said, no lead is safe. Every goal has made a tremendous difference in the overall scheme of the mental momentum of a lot of these 25 teams, both positive and negative. And that penalty is going to go against Dawson Brace. Steele off the offensive zone faceoff win. Steele decides to keep it on the ice. That's been pretty rare this week. And it gets blocked by Favreau. Shot number 28 for the Calgary Buffaloes. Pauls is going to force a play back to the point. Second consecutive power play in a row here. Favreau got confused. They can't get it to the far side soon enough. Favreau went chasing, but he couldn't get there. But they couldn't get it past him at the same time. Bit of luck for the Mintos in that case. 1/4 of that penalty is gone. Helm will hold and take a hit for his efforts. Rossier setting up, waiting. Again, you see that 4-man box for the Prince Albert Mintos, finding each corner of the face-off circles. Blocked in front, well done. Turner McMillan got in the way of that one, Chris, and he is going to limp back. His right leg is bugging him quite a bit inside 4 minutes.
I'm not surprised. I saw the flex on Rosier's stick on that shot, and that is a wicked flex. A lot of power behind that shot.
3-on-3. Again, it's Brendan Ross. This time he'll go outside. Schoeneck. Back to Ross. Up and over. Goalie wasn't sure where it was. It was headed behind him because it went off the edge of his shoulder. Nice little opportunity to Armstrong on the near side. And again, Favreau is there. How about that?
Heath Armstrong, wonderful tip in front of the net, and Favreau, even better stop, makes his 30th save of the hockey game, as the Buffaloes now hitting the 31-shot plateau.
Shots 31-19. Period is 15-6. 6 in favor of the Buffaloes, but the goals are 0 to 1. The only marker
Prince Albert.
the only marker, Prince Albert, despite the 15 shots by the Buffaloes. Schoeneck again, outside. Huck behind the nets. They had Setter. They go to the wing instead. And a great opportunity. Once again, Brendan Ross. They like that left wing chance, glove side. But what more can we say about Joel Favreau? Feel bad for Jackson Coleman. He hasn't seen a second of the action as Spencer Welke, a late scratch from the Mintos roster. We hope Spencer's watching today.
And I believe Coleman is AP, so that's why he has not seen any action for Prince Albert.
Hawk on the backhand, cutting in. One chance, 2 tries, both fanned on. Daniel Sisso would certainly like that chance again. He'd love to get his second goal of the day. And Ty Baum wants to escape, and he will. 2.5 on the big board. Taken away, Harderson. Berthollet gives it up, and that one took a bit of a knuckleball shot. Favreau had to protect his head more than anything else. And now, what can PA do 2-on-2 as the rest of the team goes for a line change? Trying to feed the outside. Skolmoski did a great job of killing another 5 to 10 seconds because there's only 120 left in the hockey game. Pepler! He missed. Sorry, folks, he missed. Wellick. Pepler on the opposite side of the ice. Can get anywhere and everywhere he needs to as quickly as he possibly can. Bit of a toe drag, no luck for McMillan. And the other 7-16 setter is there. And again, frustration you can see on the Buffalo bench and on the 5 players on the ice.
The Max Tournament Organizing Committee welcomes the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Hitmen, and we thank them for their support of this year's tournament.
Still working on those out-of-town scoreboard updates for you. Minute 33 to go. We can see people surrounding the scoreboard, Chris. Calculator day is definitely another highlight of this tournament. And people have got their calculators out, trying to figure out who plays who when to be here on New Year's Eve. Pepler! Right into the glove hand of the suddenly not that busy Sam Philpott.
Now, Philpott has not been very busy, but how about this? The Prince Albert Mintos, they're going to win this pool. They're going to win this pool number 1. Just an absolutely wild pool. The Calgary Buffaloes, they'll get the 3rd wild card spot. Akbar's Academy, the Snow Leopards from Russia, they're going to be on a flight back home. I think they are staying
earlier than they thought they would be.
I think they're staying till January the 2nd. So they going to go sightseeing, I think, is what the plan might be for the last couple of days of this tournament, because unfortunately for Akbar's Academy, their tournament's about to come to a halt in the next minute and 21 seconds, if we think we have.
Actually, Prince Albert calls the timeout here. But shots 32-20, and pretty much the 8 teams are going to be locked in just a few seconds.
Oh,
of course, well, plus an hour because of the whole Moose Jaw, Caribou, St. Albert scenario. And after the Player of the Game Awards, we'll tell you exactly how that could possibly work, because once again, there's 3 possible results from that arena that could occur at Centennial Gold.
Minute 15 left in this 3rd period, Dave, and a minute 15 left in the Snow Leopards tournament is Prince Albert. Don't see them giving up a 3-goal lead and giving up 4 goals in the next 75 seconds.
Oh, Lake Louise is nice too.
This is Banff.
And it's not like it's going to be busy. It's not like it's a long weekend or anything. It's not like people have the day off. Chisholm can't make anything happen. Buffaloes are going to try to make something work here in the 3rd period. Huck gets blocked away. Pauls again. That 8 to 10 inch height advantage just coming into play, and they've signed Pauls to Huck pretty much the entire game. Philpott's going to stay in the Buffalo's bench, or excuse me, Buffalo's goal mouth, I should say.
53.5 seconds now left, and Prince Albert You can kind of see them waiting to celebrate, like similar to what we saw in the 9 o'clock game. The Saskatoon Contacts had to hold on for that 3-2 lead. As soon as they did, though, they celebrated. They knew they won the pool, and they were heading to the playoff round.
Little knuckleball gets blocked in front, taken away by Justin Barker. And 42 seconds to go on the big board. Berthollet not quite sure where it went. Nobody was until the icing whistle went.
38.2 seconds left, and not the way the Calgary Buffaloes wanted to go into the playoff round, Dave. They're going to go in with a loss. Just questioning right now if it's going to be 4-1, 4-2, or what it's going to be. But good start to the tournament for the Calgary Buffaloes. They win their first 3 games, and then going to fall here this morning and into the afternoon.
An impressive win against the Lethbridge Hurricanes, the finalists in 2018. Lethbridge, a hard-working team, just didn't have a lot of puck luck this week, and in maybe the most difficult division of the tournament. Lethbridge will finish 4th.
Buffaloes will be the only local team to make the playoff round as well there, Dave, as the other 3 Calgary teams as well, Okotoks and Airdrie, not going to be qualifying for the top 8.
Berthollet and Baum. Again, that line's been very dangerous all day long, and look for them tomorrow at some point. Baum went to pick up his stick, and then Berthollet's pass hit the stick. And that got a good laugh from all of the people here in the audience. Pauls will hold the line. Baum with Berthollet. Bit of physicality, and it's in! Ashton Furster, number 14, with 3 seconds to go, puts it in, and that's just for the stats geeks like us.
Now we can officially say that is it. It is over. The 8 teams pretty much set. We have 7 of 8. Have 1 more yet to be decided. But we know that the Prince Albert Mintos will lock up this pool number 1, which means that the Calgary Buffaloes will find that last wild card spot.
Will they be wild card 1, wild card 2, or wild card 3? That's pretty much the only calculation left to figure out. Final shots on goal. Prince Albert 21 in the period. They got 8. The Calgary Buffaloes 32 in the period. They got 15. But 1 for 32 does not win you a lot of hockey games, Chris, but 5 for 21 certainly does. The Player of the Game Awards coming up in just a moment, and then we'll tell you about what could possibly happen between the St. Albert Nectar Raiders, the Caribou Cougars, and the Moose Jaw Warriors, as Saskatchewan is making a gigantic impact here at the Max Tournament 2019 edition.
The presenter of the awards for this afternoon's Players of the Game is Lindsay Skilling, who's the director of the Max Award Committee.
From the visiting Calgary Buffaloes team, player of the game, number 12, Heath Armstrong.
Good for him. Solid selection.
Player of the game for the home team, Prince Albert Mintos, number 15, Chase Pauls.
I think that's a great selection as well, Chris. He was everywhere and anywhere you needed him to be, both offensively and defensively, and most importantly, took out the most dangerous players from the Buffalo roster.
That he did, and well, with that, the Prince Albert Mintos, they win pool number 1, so let's light up yet another pool with this as the Calgary Buffaloes, Prince Albert Mintos, both going to be heading to the playoff round.
Well, Chris, I was just saying while you were away there for a second, how about the Saskatchewan League here? They're doing a fantastic job. They might have 3 teams winning pools this week, depending on how the Warriors do. They're having probably their best week in the history of this tournament.
Yeah, they've had a fantastic week as the Saskatchewan Midget League as Prince Albert picking up the 5-1 win here today. So here's what we can tell you. The Calgary Buffaloes, they will get that final wild card spot. They'll get one of the 3 wild card spots. Prince Albert Mintos, they're now in as the Pool 1 winner. The only thing we're waiting for, Pool 4, and here's the scenarios on that one. A Moose Jaw win or tie, and the Warriors get Albert, the defending Max tournament champions, need a win, and they're in a loss, and they're a loss or a tie, and St. Albert is eliminated as the Caribou Cougars. That big win yesterday at Father David Bauer last night over the St. Albert Nectar Raiders gave Caribou that last wild card spot.
Calgary Buffaloes pretty much leading the the wild card ratings with a +12. Caribou +9 because they're done. Saskatoon Blazers +8. So that would be your 1, 2, 3 right now. Akbar's Academy. There are, unfortunately, we have to tell you, there will be no more Shibus this week because,
At least not for them.
Absolutely, because they end up with 5 points, and we have 3 wildcard teams that have 6 points. It's rare, but it happens that 5-pointers get in, but this is not one of those years. And unfortunately, by the luck of the draw, a 5-point team, the Saskatoon Contacts, will win a pool, and a 6-point team, either if the St. Albert Raiders win, either themselves or the Moose Jaw Warriors will be out, just unfortunately based on the luck of the draw in the pool standings for pool number 4. Well, we've got another game for you. We've got the 2:30 game between the Lloydminster Bobcats and the Okanagan Rockets. We'll see if the Rockets can get a perfect record and join the Chicago Mission. The Buffaloes were unable to accomplish the task, but stick around, BC fans. We're going to be back with you in just a short amount of time. Okanagan Rockets, Lloydminster Bobcats at 2:30. We'll see you in a few minutes, and we'll give you more math in just a few. We'll be back. Live in the archive, you've been watching the Circle K presents Max Tournament 2019.